Hello, hello. Hello. I'm sharing links. And as soon as I get that done, then I'll be there. How are you tonight? Hi, Beverly. Hi, Lori. What's everybody up to? Is everybody excited to be doing another folder? Hi, Nancy. Hi, Jim. See, I'm starting to remember everybody's names. Are you? Oh, I understand, Nancy. April's in the house. Hi, Susan. Nettie. How's everybody doing tonight? You guys are so funny. We have all the husbands lurking in the background. Hi, Mama. Hi, Carol. I've missed you too. How are you doing? I have been thinking about you, wondering what was going on, but I knew you'd been sick. Hi, Kath. How are you doing? I love that, Carol. Hi, Mom. That tickles me. Sorry. And like normal, we'll give everybody a little bit to get in. Hey, Cheryl. Howdy, howdy, howdy. That's because you are special, Nettie. Joetta! Yay! She finally got her husband shipped back to work. Oh, you're welcome, Kath. Just 5. I bet. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I am here. I am so sorry, guys. I had a neighbor knock on the door. It's like, yeah, only when you're doing something. Oh, I love Amazon too. Oh, now I gotta go see what's going on. What did somebody get from Amazon? No, I got Amazon delivery today. I got some. Oh, that reminds me, Lori. Is Lori on here? Lori's on here. I wish Tim Holtz would be here. Are these, hold on. Are these like the bags you were talking about that have the glue strip on them that you were looking for? They're like the clear. And I think these are 8.5 by 11. Oh, let me find my, really, what a time for my ruler to disappear. Seriously? Oh, that's what happens. You got kids roaming around touching stuff. Oh, I have a ruler on my board though. These look like they're like about 11. Let's see. They're 9. Let's see. Once you fold them over, they're going to be about 9 by 11.5. I'll send you the link for it. And they're not real expensive either. And I think you get a package of 100 at a time. I got these because I got a bunch of, like, I wanted to get some of the Edgar Allan Poe stuff, and I've been pulling stuff out. Hold on, let me get. I've been getting stuff ready, so I'll show you some of the stuff. Again, things are bags. It's a flower guide to the Rockies, and this is from 1922. It's a cute little book. It's only 3 by 5.5. It's really cute. But look, every page has little flowers on it. They're so cute. I mean, these are like perfect if you pull them out and use them like to put on a tag. Oh, you're fine, Trisha. I know you got a lot going on there. But there's just tons of little flower pictures in it. I'm so excited. So I actually think I'm going to take this one apart and do like so many pages. They're in little signatures, so I may do a signature. So it's really cute. So there's that. And so I've been pulling out weird stuff. And I got, these are from Sioux City, Iowa. And they're old bank books. But how cute is that? I mean, you could literally just like decorate it and stick it in there. And there's like 5 of those. And some of them, let's see if this is one. Oh no, those have some of them have the numbers put on. Look at the front. Isn't that cool? I do too. Let me see. There's one of them on here. Oh, yep. Like, see, that one's all handwritten, which I love those. And they're all from 1950. And then I got The Adventures of Billy and Betty. Oops, let me hold it back so you can see it. And it's if you guys remember, like, Van Camps. So it's an advertisement book. But look at the little pictures. They're so cute. and it's got the alphabet on it. But this one is 1923. It's so cute. So I actually think I'm going to scan it and put it on, because I mean, that's one of those things that I would, you know, because all the letters and stuff, I mean, that would be perfect for anybody to use, and you could pick what pages you wanted to use. And see, there's all the band camp stuff in the window. Thought that was cute. And I got the music hour, and it's a first book. This is so cute. And it is from 1927. And it's got all the little pictures around the music things. They're so cute. And of course, I shared a picture of my music for some of you. I don't know if all of you seen it. Some of you have seen it. But it's really cool because Flag Day is coming up. My brother's birthday's on Flag Day. I love these. These are gorgeous. And I mean, just every little, you know. So I thought, oh, well. Thought those were cute. And then I got, these tickled me. Oops. Because you never remember, you know, what's what. 50 wonderful ways to use cottage cheese. Isn't that hilarious? Well, hi, Christina. Welcome. And those are really cute. So I love that. And then this one doesn't have a date on it. But look at those pages. I mean, they're just yummy. Then there was just some old recipe. There's an old handwritten recipe for divinity. That's funny. No bake cookies. This looks like it could come out of my mom's. Nestle Toll House cookies. Yep, it's all. My mom makes all this stuff. Pumpkin bread, lemon, orange, and cherry Jello cake. And you know they're good if you have to. If you have to cover them. Hey, Mindy. And then there's another old one. Look. They're old stoves. I mean, how cute are those inside the recipe book? And then these are really cute. And it, like, look at the age on those. They even have the spots and stuff on them. I wish you guys could see, like, just how old looking they are. And there's this one. And oh my gosh, look at that. All the old spills where somebody cooked with it. I love when they're like that. I mean, I just love that. Look at that. It is gorgeous. And then there's this one. And it's a Kerr Mason. But this is cool. It's the ABCs of canning. And it's got some of the cutest. I love the little pictures in it. They're so cute. Little color picture. And look, even those. Aren't they cute? No, I didn't get those from Amazon. This is probably my favorite, is the Fire King casserole recipes. No, I'm trying to gather everything together for, look, I mean, seriously. I'm trying to gather everything together for the sale. Look, the little old dishes. I love it. And then I got, I pulled out vintage. Yeah, I know. Hey, Suze. Oh, it's not your spelling, it's YouTube. I think they spell things wrong on purpose when you try to type. Hi, Janet. I just seen you. And I've got, oh, I can't show you everything, but I've got, let's see. What time is it? 9:04. I got 1 minute. Hold on. I have this stack, and I'm just going to show you the side. That stack, I think there's 45 that I actually pulled out. And they're from 1833 to 1899, and it's all vintage music. But, like, you see that picture in there? I mean, some of the pictures are just amazing on it. I mean, I love it. I wish I could flip through and find the one. The one has a colored picture on it, and it's from the 1800s. I mean, some of them are really pretty. Oh, there it is. Look at this. Isn't she beautiful? I love that. So all these are going to be in the auction. Well, not the auction, the sale. Although some of those I'm not sure what to do with because they're from like 1830. So it's like, how do you figure out what price to put on them? And then I have all the old handkerchiefs. There's one with an M. And there's that one. These are so pretty. There's one with an R. I love this one with the red. That is so pretty. I thought this was really cute. Apparently these were roses because there's one with rose written on it. This one's really pretty. Hi, whimsical one. Let's see, that one's got the blue on it. It's really pretty. We're getting ready to get started, guys. Oh yeah, yes. Oh yeah, I am going to, Kathy. That's my job. And there's one with little bitty flowers. They're so cute. I love this one. Look, it's got a bird. How realistic is that bird to do that embroidery? Somebody was very talented. Let's see. Oh, and this one, it just has lace around the edges. So it's just a solid white one, which is sort of nice if you want to do, just a monotone. This one, I loved this one. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. And then this one is actually embroidered in white. So I don't know how good you're going to be able to see it, but it's got butterflies on it. Look at that. Oh yeah, it is. Oh, cool, Christina. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited. I've got others. And so I'm going to scan all of them in. And so I'm going to sell these at the sale contingent on I get them scanned in because I have a lot of stuff to try to scan in because I'm pulling out all my old stuff. Awesome. So I'm going to scan them in. So I'll be putting them up as probably like a digital kit too. So, I know some people don't like using digitals. They want to use the real thing. And I understand that. But some people are fine with using the digital. So I'll do that. So there's, you have an alternative for both. Yeah, it does. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh, who's doing a Titanic? There's two in there. The one with the R and the one with this one. I don't know what you could use. Who is M? There has to be an M that's famous in some of these things. Or you could just do this a story like if you were doing like Amity Bloom does her stories. You could find a picture of a lady and just, give her a name and let it start with M and then have, her handkerchief to go with her picture. That would be so cute. So yeah, let me put those back in the bag because, oops, wrong bag. So yeah, I do too, April. And then of course I've got my 1902 Edgar Allan Poe books. So I think one of those I'm going to piece into pages. I'm going to scan some of those in, just the pages, and because I'm doing an Edgar Allan Poe kit. But so yeah, Marilyn. Oh yeah, you could do one on Marilyn Monroe. That would be gorgeous. Oh my gosh, on the front you would so have to do, the standing over the vent picture, because that's like, that's so cute. Oh yeah, Molly Brown. Hold on, I got keys and stuff everywhere in the way today. Let me put those in my pocket actually, because if I don't, I won't be able to find them. Okay, so let's get started. Who's seen the description? Who knows what we're doing tonight? We're doing an altered file folder. That's going to be our basically Thursday and Friday. Now tomorrow we'll be working on our snippet that everybody sent the lace in for. So you don't want to miss that. And that's tomorrow. But on Thursdays and Fridays, normally we'll be working on our altered file folders or small projects that you can do. I want to do a loaded envelope 1 week. We may do that next. After we get done with this, we'll do the loaded envelope. And some of the projects, I'm going to try to make them, you know, where they're small projects for like one Thursday. Some of them may be, you know, a little bit longer. This one may take a little bit longer because, you know, we're doing an ultra file folder, but we're going to do it sort of in a lap book style, which means there's a lot more things to add to it. So with that, let's get started since I've done wasted 10 minutes. Okay, we are using the French Fairy Kit from Junk with Steph. And I'll show you some of the, I mean, this kit, you guys, is just gorgeous. I mean, oops, it's upside down. It is absolutely pretty. I mean, some of the detail in this is just, and there's little fairy girls on just about every single, I think on every one of them actually. It's like, look at her dress. All the little flowers and stuff on her dress. I mean, Steph did an awesome job with this. Look at that, isn't it cute? But yeah, she did an awesome job. So we're going to be working with these. I'm going to set mine to the side. Did you go to the wrong house, Nettie? Oh my gosh, I hope you didn't go to the wrong house. That's so funny. So we're going to be working with the French Fairy Kit, and the link is in the description box below. So when this video posts, it'll be in the description box below. But for right now, we're getting started with this. And remember, like, comment, share. Make sure that we have a Facebook group. You'll find it in the description box too. So be sure to check it out. I told you my daughter was in here. Okay. So I know I want to work with an 8.5 by 11 sheet, right? So I actually, let's see, height-wise, want to do this where it falls below. So now I have weird file folders. So I'm going to explain how I do it instead of giving you the exact measurements on it. Oh, okay. So how I like to do it is just basically put about 1/4 of an inch, like frame around where my page is going to be. And that's going to let me know about where to cut. So I'm going to line mine up and I can see where my page goes. So I'm going to want it to go right about here. And I'm just going to mark a little spot. So you can see, so when I laid it, let me make sure you guys can get up here and see, about a quarter of an inch around, and I just eyeball it and then go to here and cut. So I'm going to cut this end of my file folder off. Now, you guys are probably going, but wait a minute. She's going to fold those inside. I'm going to keep this. Do not throw any part of your file folder away because we're using it. We're using it. We're using it. Okay. So I am actually, this is actually going to be the base of my flip book this way, like this. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my scoreboard. And I'm going to turn it upside down so I have my flat part. So I'm going to be working from this side. So if you have like, well, I can do it this way. That way it'll be the same. Okay, I'm going to go over to 4 inches. And I'm going to score at the 4 inch. I did that so I would know when I unfolded it about where, because this doesn't go over all the way on mine. Okay. So I'm going to score at 4 inches. And I have this second layer up here at the top. So mine's a little thick at first. And that's just going to depend on what kind of file folder you're using. Then where I marked that, I'm going to make sure I line that up to the 4. Well, it doesn't have to be the 4. You just need it where you can mark it there. Okay. And I'm just going to center that line that I made. And then I'm going to do that. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and, okay, just in case you don't know this, okay, this is a file folder, but I have a different file folder. And I need to buy regular ones, but I was at the Goodwill and I seen boxes of file folders and went, oh my gosh, I need those because, you know, they're file folders. Okay, this file folder is, let me grab a regular one and see if the measurements line up the same. Hold on. I just want to make sure that it measures the same. Yeah, it measures the same. Okay, this is a standard file folder, right? Okay, I was at the Goodwill and they had these. You can buy these if you go to Staples or anything like that. But the tab is on the side. In every folder in there, the tab is on the side. So I think they use them like for medical, you know, in the medical offices so you can see the person's name sticking up. Because it has like the 2 little cuts that you can, you know, do the little metal. Well, I don't know if you guys can see them. Where you can do the little metal thing to hold people's paper in. Okay. So I'll just use this folder and make it easier. How's that work? That way, oh, I'm using this one. Okay, do I want to switch over? Okay, it's going to be the same. The only difference is when you do yours, your tab's going to be at the top where mine is on the side. Does that make sense? These are side tabs where a regular folder is at the top. Okay, does that make sense? Is everybody following me? No, I got them at the Goodwill and I got 2 boxes and that was it. And I have like blown through a box of them. So you just want to do yours sideways. That's the difference between the thing. I love these. And I'll show you why. One reason, because if you're doing just a regular altered file folder and you fold it in half, I love it because your tab's out at the side like this. And I like those. Okay. The only difference is my tab's over here. That's the only difference. So don't pay attention to the tab. Pay attention to the folder. Okay. Pay attention to the square, not the tab. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I usually keep my middle tab file folders to make all, like the pockets out of and stuff, because I like my tabs being on either side. If it's in the middle, it's just going to be, yes, exactly. Go by the fold, not where the tab is. Awesome. Okay, so you're going to score at 4 inches. 4 inches on the opposite side of your fold. So the fold goes on the right-hand side. Then you're going to score both sides of this. Everybody follow me. Yeah, you have 2 sides, so you have you have your cover. Okay? Everybody with me. Okay. Then I'm going to take where I scored. Now, where I scored, you guys can see this has the indent or the valley. This is the valley. Okay? Then the other side that has the little thing sticking out is the mountain. Okay? So you're going to take it and fold into the valley, if that makes sense. So you're going to take it and fold it over. And if your tab's in a different spot or whatever, we can change that around or move that around and add one. Okay, one question, Kath, go ahead. And then I'm going to fold this one back. Okay, Susan. How big was my square? I cut it off at, what did I cut it off at, guys? 9 inches. Oh, wait a minute. From the fold. Yes, I have to measure this way. Sorry. Yeah, I cut mine at 9 inches. So my square is 9 inches by 9 inches according to the inner flap. The outer flap is at 9.5. Okay, Kath. Okay, yeah. I just went, so if you're going to use a standard folder, hold on. Let me show you how to do it on a standard folder too. And because this is the only really confusing part, okay? And it's probably just because I'm using a different kind of folder. So I will go buy a box of regular folders to use for these, just so it's easier. Okay, now, remember, like I said, okay, my folder is the same. Okay, so let me double check and make sure I'm measuring right. Yes, 8.5. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it this way because I don't want to cut my tab off. And I want it, let's see, at 8.5. And it is 12. So I'm going to cut 3.5 inches. I'm going to leave 3.5 inches. If that makes sense to everybody, hopefully. So I'm going to line it up at 3.5. Okay. So if you have a regular folder, this is what your folder is going to look like. This is what your folder is going to look like. Okay, then you're going to turn it sideways. Okay, does that make sense? So this is the same. It just looks bigger because of the way that my folder is shaped. Okay? Okay, so I'm going back to my folder because I don't want to use a blue one. It doesn't go with my things. Oh, sorry. Okay, so I've scored, and I'm going to score the 4 inches in on both sides. So you're going to lay it down. 4 inches, 4 inches. Bye, Elizabeth. 9. Sorry, that's what I said. Did I say 8.5? It's 9, Marty. 9 by 9.5 is what it should be. Yes, the fold should be 9. This length should be 9.5. If I said 8.5, I'm sorry. I think I got frazzled trying to like. Okay. You're going to score it 4 inches. You're going to fold it in. Okay. But you're not going to glue it. Turn it over. And you're going to fold it in. Okay. So this is the size. So when you get done, your folder, the bigger side it'll look like the bigger side, but it's actually not because the one is taller. You're going to be at 5.5 by 9. You're going to be at 5.5 by 9. You're already lost. Okay. You're going to grab your folder. Make sure from the fold, okay, when you line it up, you're going to cut it off at 9 inches. Okay? Don't pay attention to the tab. Don't think about the tab, guys. Okay? You're going to line it up on your cutter. Actually, you're going to cut it this way. And you're going to line it up where the edge corner is at 9 inches. It's okay. Here you guys go. Okay. Give me a second. Okay. I don't have a regular file folder. This is what I have right now because I used all my regular ones. So that's my fault. I will do it in blue for right now and then I'll come back. Okay? Oh, yeah, you will. Okay. I'm going to grab a folder with a right hand tab. Okay. And I never use the middle ones. I use the middle ones for like the insides and things like that where I can cut it off. Okay. So, okay. Everybody's watching, right? Here we go. You're going to take your file folder. You're going to lay it in your cutter. Okay. First thing you're going to do is you're going to make sure your tab is to the left. If it's already to the left, you don't have to worry about it. If it's to the right-hand side, you know, on the back side, then you need to flip it over because you don't want to cut your tab off. Okay? Okay, you're going to line it up to your blade. You're going to slide it down and line it up, and you're going to cut it at, let me think now. Let me measure and make sure I'm right before I go and say anything and get it wrong. Because this one's a little bit different. Okay. Yeah. Then let me compare to mine and make sure I'm doing it right because I don't want to tell you guys wrong. Okay, that's what I thought. Right? Hold on. Yes. Okay. You're going to line it up at 9 inches. 9 inches with the fold. Okay? 9 inches. You're going to cut. That's it. Take your little piece, put it to the side. Don't throw it away. Okay? I will buy a box of regular folders to do. So before we finish, so I can do it. Okay. Okay. So I'm at 9 inches, right? I'm going to flip this over because I want to make sure I keep my tab. Right? With your tab at the top, tab at the top of the board. Turn your thing around and put the fold against the side. Okay? Then you're going to go in 4 inches. So this is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to score at the 5-inch line. Oh, and don't do it crooked like I just did because I'm trying to do it through 2. Okay? Score at the 5-inch line on both sides. So you can open that up if you want to. Mine's going to be a little goofy because I did that, but it's okay. Okay? There you go. Scored at the 4-inch line. Did I give you a headache doing this? Then all you're going to do is you're going to take that and you're going to fold it towards the fold. Okay. Turn it over. Fold it towards the fold. Okay. Everybody got that. So your thing is going to measure 9 inches by 5 inches. 5 by 9. Okay, is everybody with me? Are you with me, Marty? Did you get it? Kath, you okay right now? Report in, yes or no? Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Everybody's got it. Did it? Okay. So the tab's the issue, isn't it? Okay. I will make sure that I get. Yeah. Okay, Suze. I will make sure I get tabs that all go in the right direction for you guys. Okay. So we're going to set that to the side for right now. Okay. Remember, this is 5 by 9. Both pages, both sides are 5 by 9. So when you go and you're going to put your paper on here, 5 by 9. Okay. So I'm going to set that to the side. I'm going to pull out my cutter again. Yeah, you have to just ignore the tab. And some people, you just can't do it. It's just like, it's there, but it's like, I can't ignore it. It's there. Okay, we're going to grab the next one. Okay, we're going to put the fold to the left-hand side. And you're going to cut it at 7.5. 7.5. So this should be 7.5. Everybody got it. Take this part, set it to the side. We're going to use it. Okay. Then, after you do that, you're going to slide it down. You need to open it up. Sorry. Open it up. Well, let's cut it this way first. Put the fold towards the bottom. You're going to cut it at 9 inches. 9 inches, guys. The fold towards you. Take your little part. Put it to the side. Make sure your fold's towards you, though. Okay. So this is at 9. This should be 9 inches. So if you hold it with the fold like a book, it should be 9 inches tall. Yes. Okay. Then you're going to take and open your fold, put it on the right-hand side. You're going to slide over, and you're going to put the fold at 5.5. You're going to put the fold at 5.5. Okay, 5.5. Cut. Put the piece to the side. Decapitate. Nice. You're going to hit that at 5.5. So you're going to have one side that's going to be 7.5. One side's going to be 5.5. Everybody follow me. Okay. Okay, you're going to pull out your scoreboard. Only on the 5.5 page, put the 5.5 side towards your edge, and you're going to score at a 1/2 inch on the 5.5. And our pages are how wide? 5 inches. So you're going to score at the 1/2 inch on the 5.5 inch side. Yes, you can come back, stop, pause, do it, pause. That's what I would do. Then you're going to turn to the other side, to the 7.5 side, okay? The 7.5 side, you're going to do at 3 3/4. And you're going to score at, oh, not like that. I hate when that does that, when it like loses its track. You're going to do it at 3 3/4. Okay. Then we're going to fold that side over. So the part that was 3 3/4, you're going to fold. Okay. The part with the 1/2 inch. So that one you're going to fold onto itself. Okay. On the back side, you're going to lay the long side with the 1/2 inch towards you, and you're going to fold it up. Okay. Got it? There you go. Then you're going to take your scissors where you scored. And this doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be exact. So you're just going to cut diagonal, and you're going to make a flap. Right like that. And it doesn't matter if it's even or not. Okay. So you're going to cut. This is going to make a flap, a tab. Okay. So the long one is going to go towards the front, towards the fold on the front. The small one's going to go towards the fold on the back. Okay. Okay. Then we're going to pull out our little folder. Remember, this is 5. Okay. You're going to flip it where you have the 1/2 inch. You're going to glue. Yep. Thank you, Marty. Okay. Before you put your glue on the wrong side, what you want to do is, okay, the front, and you need to figure out which side you want to be your front. Do you want, your tab on the front, which I think I do for mine? Then I have the little cut indent part on the back. So make sure you put your tab whichever way you want to. Okay, what am I waiting for? Yeah, Jackie, this is going to be one of those, but that's sort of the nature of lap books. Let you see the fold again. Okay, this was my original one. This is the big side. This is the small side. Okay, the big side, if I'm laying it down with the fold to the left-hand side, I'm going to take my fold and I'm folding it to the fold. So I'm folding it left. Then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to fold the small one to the right. Are you with me, Beverly? Beverly? Okay. I was waving at my husband. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to wave under the camera. Okay. So you have the big side. The fold is to your right-hand side. And I'll try to make sure I say what side the fold's on from now on. The fold is on the right-hand side. You're going to take your flap and you're going to fold it right towards the fold on the big one. Okay. Then I'm going to turn it over. My fold is going to be to the left. Mine's a little crooked, so I can straighten that up. And you may find, especially when you're scoring and stuff like that. And then when you're on this one, you're going to fold the little one towards the fold. Okay? And this is still a little crooked. I think my cutter cut it a little crooked. So I'm going to trim. Hold on. Let me trim my little edge up. That's the only thing I don't like about guillotine trimmers is every once in a while it just, well, I don't think it's the trimmer. I think it's more me, but okay. So I have the little tab. Okay. Now on my outside, I've got my tab to the outside. I've got the indent part, you know, on the back. Okay. So I'm going to open up and I want to make sure that my little tab is going to go in the front. Okay. Everybody follow me? Okay. Then clip the little bitty corners. Yep. So I'm going to grab my glue. And I'm using Fabri-Tac because it sticks really fast. And I could use art glitter glue, but my art glitter glue bottle's throwing me problems. So I'm not going to mess with it tonight. Okay. And I'm just going to line this up and put this part in. Right like that. So I'm going to glue that little tab. Not like I get glue everywhere. Let me. Okay. On the front side, that's where I'm going to glue that. And the tab is going to go to the inside of your front cover. Okay. Tab to the inside of your front cover. There you go. Then I'm going to take it and I'm going to lay it down and I'm going to go on the score line and I'm just going to fold it in. I'm doing that real good. Okay. And I'm going to fold it in. Okay. Everybody got it? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and close it. On where to glue it. Okay. Okay, you have the tab. Okay, there's the flat back, and then you have the part where the folds are on the side, where it's doubled up on the fold. Okay, you're going to go to the back and put the tab. You're going to glue the, like my tab's right here on this back side. So this is, I'm going to put the glue here and line it up to my front cover. See? If that helps any. Does that make sense, Christina? Okay. No, that's the surprise in it. I don't do that. I don't like doing that. But you can rewatch it when I get done. Okay. So now we have the back fold. Okay. So you're going to grab the one long piece, and let me tell you the measurement. This one is 2.5 by 7.5. It'll be worth it. I promise. It'll be worth it. It is 2.5 by 7.5 to the fold. Okay. You're going to line that up. It's at Well, it's right below 7.5. It's actually like 7 3/8. Okay. You're going to take it to 4 inches and cut. 2.5 by 7.5. You're going to cut it off at 4 inches. 2.5 by 7.5 to the fold. And then you're going to cut it off at 4 inches. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. You want me to do something easier next time? Is this too difficult? I'm sorry. Okay. And then I'm going to take, there's the one with the fold. No. Yes. I cut it off at 4 inches. Put it on the fold, put the fold to the left-hand side, cut it at 4 inches. Okay. So I'm going to take the 2 small ones that I cut. I'm going to line them up, and I'm scoring them at a 1/2 inch. Okay. Scoring them at a 1/2 inch. I'm sorry, guys. You guys are making me feel bad. Now I'm like, maybe, okay, I'm sorry. Okay. At 1/2 inch. Now I feel bad. Okay. Then you're going to tuck this one in. You're going to unfold it. And then score at a 1/2 inch. So you're going to score all 3 pieces at a 1/2 inch. I promise it'll be worth it, though. You guys will be so happy when you get done, okay? Okay, so I'm going to take my scissors. Well, first I'm going to fold my little folds, and it doesn't matter which way you fold them because we're going to end up folding them anyway, so. And then you're just going to clip the little corners just like we did for the other ones. That's the same. I promise once you get the base done, the other parts are like a normal journal and you'll be fine. It's just the base of these things are. I do too. I do too, Kath. Okay, so I'm going to clip all my little corners. Okay. It'll be worth it. I promise. I promise. I promise. Okay. On this one, okay, fold it closed. Fold it closed. And then you're going to take your tab and fold it towards the fold. Your fold's on the left. Fold it towards the fold. Who's ever made a lap book before? That probably would be helpful. Okay, and then the other two, it doesn't matter which side because both sides are the same. So you're just going to fold them. Okay? Now, I lay mine on like my Tim Holtz thing here, so I can sort of tell. So I'll tell you where it goes. Okay, but we'll start with the first one. The very first one, you're going to glue, like if you fold it down, if you're folding it down, you're going to glue on the inside. A what? You guys are so funny. Okay, you're going to glue. Okay, Then I'm going to lay it this way. I can see my scorn line. So I'm going to put the tab on the inside, not the outside, on the inside, okay? And I'm laying mine up, or you can lay a ruler down, you know, that type of thing. And it doesn't have to be exact. This is just what I'm doing. I'm going to lay mine a 1/2 inch up, and I'm just going to lay my score mark on the edge just to hold it in place, and then fold it around and glue it down. Oh, I know. Give her hugs for me. Oh. Okay. So that's what you're going to do. Okay. If you close it, the front is where we already glued the first one. So we're on the back. If you close the back, you're going to glue the tab on the inside. Put the tab to the inside. And then you're going to fold it over the back. After you fold it over the back, you're going to push it back towards the inside. If you fold it to the back and bring it to the front, it just sort of helps loosen that up so it's not so crazy. It sort of controls it better. So are you with me there, Beverly? You know, there are tons of tucks and pulls and okay, so you're gonna fold it in. Okay, you're gonna grab the other one. Remember, you're gonna put your glue to the inside, and you're gonna do the same thing a 1/2 inch from the top. So these two are identical, except one goes a 1/2 inch from the top, one goes a 1/2 inch from the bottom. And you're gonna put your tab on the inside, not the outside. So actually, if you want to make it easier, you can turn it upside down so you have more control where you can see better. And then lay your score line down. And it doesn't have to be exact. If you're yeah, just like hinges. Do what, Beverly? Your back doesn't look like that. And then fold it the opposite way, just like we did the other one. Just make sure you line it up a little bit better than I did. Thank God it's Fabri-Tac because you can slide it. Okay, so I have the two little flaps. Okay, but here's the thing, guys. I don't want you guys to remember this. You don't have to do exactly. If you want something different, then that's fine. Okay, now I'm going to close it. Okay, here is my front. See, there's my tab. And you know what? If you have a hard time keeping track of it, okay, we're going to cover this, so it's not going to matter. Pull out your pin, you know, right front on the front, right back on the back, if that helps you. Because you're going to cover this up anyway. Okay? So this is my front. Here's my tab. Okay, this flap folds open this way, and that's my front. I can close my front. I go to the inside. It's a flat page. Okay, it folds open. There's the first tab we glued in. And then this opens up like this. Okay, so this has the fold where it was half. It's folded in half. Okay, then that folds into the front cover. Here is the original back that we have where we folded the back flap over. Okay, That back flap on the inside is where you're going to glue the 2 small tabs for these. Did that help anybody? Okay. Then we have this little piece here that folds, and we're going to do the same thing for this. After I do it the right way, we're going to glue to the inside. Is everybody else? There will, but there should be. I don't like when everything's the same. Okay, put a little glue on it. Remember, I'm going to unfold this so I can see better. I'm going to put this down, and then I'm just going to even this up. It's almost going to match the other two. There's going to be just a tiny space, and I'll show you as soon as I get it glued in, because it's hard to glue in and like show you guys up in the air too at the same time. It's just if you stop and think, like, and pay attention. I don't want that sounds teacherish. You can tell I taught in school before, can't you? If you mark it, and the thing of it is just make sure you know where your front and your back is. If you mark it, and remember, we're going to cover this. So right front, right back, if that helps you. On the inside, if you need to, this is the front inside. This is the back inside. Okay? If that helps you do that, we're going to cover it up. So right all over it, or if you're doing it and you need to keep track of the measurements, then do that. Okay? So this is on the inside. So now I'm going to fold this back just like I did the other ones. Okay? And then I'm going to come to the fold, and I'm folding it back. Okay? Pay attention, she said. I really did teach school, guys. So, I'm actually not. And then I'm going to take my corner. Well, and he's emptied. I can tell my daughter's been playing in my room again. Daggone it. Yeah, use sticky notes. If you say, maybe you don't glue it all together, sit down and Marty. Yeah, I won't say that. Never mind. You can. It may take a little bit of time. Okay, then I'm just going to put this in here. And I actually taught special education in school. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. I actually have an about me and what I think my channel's about or whatever in one of my videos towards the beginning. It's pretty interesting. It's just my little blah, 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 and I talk about me. Okay, so then I'm going to round my corners on the flap. Not where I glued it, but on the outside flap. Okay, and I'm going to round these corners. And I've had people ask me about the crocodile corner chomper, if it's worth it. It is so worth it. If just for the time it saves you, and I'll show you why. When I was cutting out, let's see, let me find them. They're here somewhere. Okay. When I was cutting out the kit with the little word tabs, man, it rounded those corners and I didn't have to cut them. I could just straight cut it and then chomp it. It was so nice. Okay. So you're going to have this, and you're going to have those little rounded tabs. Okay. Okay. Then we're going to fold this over. Okay. So you're going to have a tab on the outside. Okay. That'll open up right like that. That is the base. Okay. This is the hard part. Everything else gets easier from here. Everything else from here is flip-ins like in a journal, or pockets or tucks. Okay. Easy money. So I'm going to start on my first, my can't talk, on my front cover. Now, here is the one thing that I will tell you. That you need to remember. Oh, well, thanks, Wendy. You never know, Kathy. Okay, so here's what you need to think about. I'm going to put pockets and stuff on, okay? But you want to cover it with paper before you put your pockets on, or it's going to be difficult. Because I know some people will go, well, I'm working with the file folder. I'm going to put it all on right now. Because a lap book is layers and layers and layers of stuff, it is so much easier to do your base first, then put on top of it, if that makes sense. So I need to do my front because that's where I'm going to start. Oops, I knocked my water bottle over. Let me find my front because I had decided which one I wanted. And I just got to find it. I think it's that one, but let me check and see because I had a specific reason why I wanted that one. Nope, there it is. Yep, this is going to be a lap book. Okay, so let me check. It's because I haven't made one with this actual set of paper. Get over there. So I'm checking to make sure. Yep, okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay. So I'm grabbing my paper trimmer and I'm using this. You can use whatever page you want to. I'm actually using this for a reason. Let me, too much stuff everywhere. Okay, there is, I don't know if you guys can see this string that goes in this light here. I'm going to try to cut right to the left of that in between. Well, no, I'll just cut on the line, I think. No, I'll cut it over a little bit farther. I just don't want to cut the rows off. So that's my goal is, oh, just the very tip. I'm good. It's called a lap book because these originated for like little kids. And you know, little kids would, you know, get up in their mom's laps or whatever, and they would flip through page after page after page. If you have grandkids and you do one of these like this, they are so cute. You can go back and do them on themes, and that's what started it. So like you could do one and everything, and it could be like about barnyard, you know, with pigs and cows and all that stuff for your kids. Or if they're into horses, you could do one about horses. You literally can do one about any subject you want to. So instead of having to do like there may be some things. This is actually copy paper. It is 24 pounds by 92 or 96 brightness. I'll have to look on the pack to. That's funny. Okay, so where did my pencil go? And this is just basically, just decide which one you want. And then you're just going to basically, you know, leave that 1/4 inch space around. So, and then you're just going to trim it down. And I like sort of cheat when I do this, okay? I'll cut my first one, set it to the side. And I'll go ahead and cut my second one. And like I said, I like to leave, you know, a little bit of a room around it. Apparently, I'm putting mine in a green one, even though, well, I'm doing it with the. No, if I can see where I marked. Oh, there it is. And all your little scraps you want to keep because you'll use them. And you can do a lap book with full hardback books too. So we'll do this, and if everybody like really likes this and they want to do another one, we can actually do, well, we're going to in November do a full size one. So this is just sort of good practice to get in the hang of it. Okay. I am going to chomp my corners because I like things rounded. I don't know why. It's some kind of weird fascination with me. So I am rounding my corners. I just like the way that it looks. And I'm going to go ahead and do the front one too. And don't freak yourself out when you're doing this. If you look at one and you're like, wait a minute, that page is bigger than the other, because none of these, I'm not going to make anybody do anything. I don't make anybody do anything. Okay. And let me grab my ink because I didn't ink these up because I knew I would have to cut them. So you do sort of have to ink as you go, unless you get it and then, do them all at once and all that. I mean, if you ink the outside, you've got at least the outsides going. It doesn't take that long to ink though, so it doesn't really bother me. That'll give you guys a... Yeah, I think it does too. I think it looks better. There you go. I'm telling you, and this is no joke, you guys, if you have grandkids and you do this, you will want to do these for your grandkids. They are just so adorable. And you don't have to make them as elaborate if you're doing them for a child. And that's one thing. Say if you start doing this and you get to a point where you're like, oh no, you can just do different pages and, think of a journal when you're doing all the flips, the page flips, the tucks, the pockets. And that's pretty much what it is. You put all these little hidden nooks and crannies. So, I mean, like if you have a grandchild, especially if they live far away, you can make one of these and send it to them. And, you could put different little flaps that open up like these that open up, and, maybe behind it have, like little pages that say, a picture of you and them that says grandma loves you. Or, you can put all these little hidden messages to them. So it's sort of a nice way to connect too. Okay. So here we go. And this is my front. They're not as difficult as the first one. I'm telling you what, you guys, and I've made several. I don't even have any left that I've made because, well, I do. I have one, but I think it's actually packed away with like my kids' school stuff because I had made a couple for my kids, like trips to the aquarium. Yeah, it's not that hard. I tell you what, oops, not upside down. If you take like a trip, they're really nice, like for a vacation or a small trip, like a day trip or, where you go somewhere, just to, that actually looks pretty good with that green. I actually like that. So see, moving to the green was good. Okay. So we have that one in. Okay. For the next one, I have to find my little box. Because I need my knife. Now, hold on, I gotta grab. Oh, I think I put it over here. Daggone it. I forgot where I put it when I cleaned my room. Okay. Oh, wow, Wendy. Okay, so I'm going to take my knife, and we're having this there you go. There you go. Have yourself ready. Kath, you need one to take on a retreat. That would be perfect. Okay, so we were talking sort of today, and we were talking about fussy cutting. And of course, fussy cutting is where you go right around the outside edge of an item. And then, okay, so like, if I wanted to fussy cut this, I would cut right along the outside edges, right up to the edge. There's no other paper there or anything. Where if I wanted to outline something, well, this is a bad thing to use. If I wanted to outline something, I would have that space where you could see around it, which is usually white. If we're doing digitals, you have that little white edge around it. You have the little edge you leave on it. Where when you fussy cut something, you cut right up to the edge. Okay. Then there's a signature cut. And this is a signature cut. You're going, and I'll show you. It's easier to show you than to explain. And I'm going to go, roughly, it doesn't have to be exact. You can do it. I'm going to leave, probably about a half an inch at the top, right along my doorway. And I'm going to cut right along my doorway. Sorry, I got to pull this up closer so I can actually see. And then I cut it crooked, but it's okay. I cut it crooked. Well, don't cut it crooked, guys. And I'm going to cut this all the way down to her dress. Okay? And I can straighten that up. So it's not something that's nailed in stone. If you mess it up, you just slice it off. You're not gonna notice that too much. Okay? I'm gonna set my knife to the side. So there's my cut. That's a signature cut. I'm cutting into it, but see where I just slit it? And I could have put a ruler on there. It would have been a whole lot easier. Okay? Now, I'm going to grab one of my little pieces of paper like this. I'm going to lay it on the back. And I'm going to mark it where I need it to be, roughly. And you can cut it just a hair. You want to cut it just a hair short. And by a hair, I mean literally like, a 30-second short. Then I'm going to bring it to my trimmer. And I'm going to trim it. Okay. Where it'll slide through. Hopefully. I had 2 lines there. I cut it just a hair short. Nope, just a little bit more. And you may have to sort of, slide that around a little bit, just to get it to fit exactly. A frog's hair shorter, exactly. Oh, good night, Lori. Good night. Take it easy. I'll be thinking about you, honey. Okay? Then I'm going to take, and I'm going to leave just like, not even quite an eighth, but yeah, probably around an eighth of an inch out. Okay? And so I'm going to put glue on here all the way up. It doesn't even have to be everywhere. You just want to sort of put it around, maybe a daub in the middle. Nothing big. Right like that. Making sure you don't get it on that 1/16 of an inch or so where you're at. Yep, just a sliver. Okay, and then you're going to slide it back through. And I would not use Fabri-Tac for this. Okay. So see, right like that. So see, I still have my opening. Don't glue your opening shut. You're just going to glue this through there with just a hair out. Okay? And this is fun even to do in junk journals for like hidden spots and such like that. Okay, so then you're going to glue the back of it. Okay, when you glue the back, move this over so it's out of the way. Okay, yeah, you guys can still see. Don't glue on the green. Okay, you're just going to glue on the outside edge around it, then glue on the white part. Stay off the green. And this is a cute idea even to use in journals and things. It just adds a little extra. Let me see. Let me get my lid. Okay. Then I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to go ahead and lay it down. You know, sort of try to even it up with the other page next to it because obviously you don't want it all crooked. And then glue it in. Don't glue on the green spot. Okay? That's what they tell you at the golf course, I bet. Okay. And I'll show you why. So we did that little signature cut on the top there. Now you have a pocket. Oh, you're fine, Christina. Go ahead. You can always replay it. But yeah, so you have a little hidden pocket there. Okay? Which is really cool because, let me find it. It is just big enough that one of these little tags will fit into it. Good night, Christina. Yeah. Awesome, huh? I love doing these. And this is a signature cut because you're bringing that special pop to it to add something. And you're, lining it up exactly. And I love it because then the little tag just fits in there. And you can do those all over. If I didn't want to do it that way, I could have cut completely around her, right? Except for her hands. Cut around here, left this hand connected, cut around her body, backed her with green and fussy cut, around the edges, backed her with green, and been able to slide something behind her as a tuck too. Good night, Christina. Thanks for stopping by. Come back again. Remember to subscribe and you'll get updates when I post a new video. So there's that. Okay, so we're going to go back to this one. I have this little piece left over. Remember where we just cut it off? And I'm going to measure this. And I'm going to cut it just short of the fold because I don't want it to balk up in the fold. Oh, good night. She does like me when it's time to get off. She's like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Let's comment. Oh, wait. And if you don't want to like glue with this, you can use like 1/4-inch tape. I find gluing is just as easy. So okay. Now this, I'm going to leave blank right now. Oh, night, Jackie. This I'm going to leave blank right now because I can always come back and add to it. I will decorate my front. This will be my tuck. I can put some tags in there. where are they at? You know, I can put, you know, decorate it and put one of these little tags here with something in the background. You know how we decorate when we do our junk journals. So you can decorate that way. I have a big thing. I like punching holes in the tab, putting a reinforcer on there, and then like hanging charms off of it. Or you could, you know, hang beads and a charm off of it. You could put sorry off of it and have a big bow hanging off of it, you know, all kinds of stuff. So my front I'll come back and do. This I have here. Okay. Then what? You mean we're not done yet? Hold on, I'm trying to find it. I'm going to, let's see which one I'm going to use. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to grab my envelope and I'm going to score it because I didn't do that already. And I'm going to, everybody does theirs different. Some people will line their score lines to the left. Some people will line their score lines to the right. I actually put mine right in the middle. It's just I don't know why. That's just how I do it. But, you know, do it however you do it. You guys know how to score an envelope. So this is old school. So see, there's a little bit of old school in there for you. Okay. This is called, this fairy kit. This with the fairies is called French fairies. Okay. So now I'm going to grab another piece of paper that I like. And you don't want to use a main one because this is going to go inside. Oh, wait a minute. What did I do? No, it wasn't wide enough. Okay. So I have to find another one. And I don't want to. Oh, you know what? That would be really cute. Let me see. This is how I do it, you guys. I mean, I know everybody does things differently, but I just think this is so much easier to do it this way. And then when I'm doing it, I just hold my lead instead of holding my pencil straight. If you go back out, Marty, didn't you have it, I think. I'm pretty sure you did. You posted the link on the message. So what I do is I hold my pencil, angle it with the tip or my lead in. So when I do it, you know, it's going inside and cutting it just a little bit short. I'm not sure what you were saying, Beverly. So something about ripping my paper, but okay. So then I'm going to grab my scissors, and I have my big scissors somewhere. What do I do with them? Oh, they're over here. Yeah, you posted the link in the thing, I'm pretty sure. Okay, then I'm going to cut this out along the lines. And I cut right inside the line because I want it to fit right inside. Not, you know. And then if you have any pencil lines, you can just erase them. So it's not a big deal if you have pencil lines. Let's see, where did I just have one? I just seen it. Oh, there it is. Oh. Yep, it is on sale right now. And if you're there, oh my gosh, and you're going to get that, you have to get the vintage butterfly kit because it is like amazing. And again, you guys know how to ink. Yep. Okay. So you want to make sure you have your right side up. Turn it over. And I'm going to put my little doves that I cut right inside there. Yes, it's inside an envelope. Bear with me, guys. I promise. You guys will be like, oh, I should have done that in a journal. No, I'm just joking. I'm not. I'm sure somebody out there has done it because somebody's always done something. There's no new thing under the sun. Okay, remember, picture up, and you want to make sure your page is up. I just happen to use the doves because when I put my envelope over there, and that's what you can do if you're not sure you want to use the doves and maybe you want a different picture. Fold your envelope up like I did. Oh yeah, I love it too, Kathy. And then hold it over and you can see what it's going to cover and what it's not going to cover. Okay. There we go. Let me grab my lid to my glue. Why do I always lose my lid to my glue? I put it somewhere and then I can't find it. Maybe it's under here. Nope, nope, nope. Seriously, I need to tie it to the bottle or something. I really don't know what I did with it. Oh, well, I'll set it up there. I have another tip up here anyway. Then I'm going to fold it back and I'm going to ink all around the inside of my envelope. On this side, around the edges. Okay. Okie dokie. So now, well, let me go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and ink the other two because that way when I glue it on, it'll have an inked edge around it. I know I hit my ink pad like way more than most people do, and I don't know why I do that. It's just that's the way I do. Did you print on cardstock? I wiped it off my table. Did I? Thank you, Cheryl. I probably did. You know how many times I do that a day? Okay, I printed my ephemera on cardstock. I always print my pages on 24 pounds by. I want to think it's 92 or 98 or 96 brightness, something like that. I would have to check. I'll have to check to let you know exactly. I think it's, I don't know. I've told you guys before. I think it's 92 brightness. And I always print my ephemera on cardstock. I'm looking. Now I got to figure out where it rolled. Well, I'll have to look for it when I'm done. Oh, there it is. I found it. Thank you, ladies. You're so sweet. Okay, so I have that inked up. I'm going to go ahead and ink these two. Might as well. Although we're going to use them. Now, normally, okay, I would have used my cream colored folders. So I could use cream colored cardstock instead of cutting file folders up. Unless you just have a ton of file folders and you don't care. But since I don't, I'm going to be cutting up my file folders instead of cardstock. which is fine. I mean, that doesn't bother me a whole bunch. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go right above here. I might as well grab this so it matches up. I'm trying to, where it went. That way it'll match. And then I can trim off about 1/4 inch around it. Or you can go right up to the edge. Since I have the other one all the way up to the edge, I'll go ahead and do this one up to the edge too. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do. Girl, you got some good eyes, Cheryl. Well, usually if I'm working on stuff for myself, I don't have to worry about it because I have certain places I put it. But when I'm got the camera and everything on here, I've got my camera on here, on my computer on here, on my phone, so I can read comments and all kinds of stuff. So there's just stuff everywhere. So yeah, I'm gonna have to. So since I already put this all the way around the edges, I'm just gonna go ahead and take this there too, which it just makes my job easier. Okay, I am not putting that on yet. Then I need to find something for down here. What can I put down there? Hold on, I'm trying to find something. Oh, this would be pretty. I don't want to cut that one up. I don't want to cut that one up. Okay. This one I don't. That's not going to match. I'm trying to find something that matches. I guess I could. I don't want to cut her up because I like her. Oh, she's on another one though. Okay, I will. I guess I'm going to dehead this chick. I'm going to decapitate her. Okay, so I have to remember, because I'm doing this way and it's the bottom, that when I turn, I have to make sure that my paper's upside down. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and go up to the edge there, and that way it'll fit perfect. And then I'll just have the bottom of her dress, but that I got, and I can use it for the back of a tag or something and cover up the part that has her legs, and it'll just look like a pretty quilt or something. Woohoo! It's not as bad as what you think it is. It just takes time. And if you know what you're, that sounds bad if you know what you're doing. I meant what I mean by if you know what you're doing is if you've done it before and you're familiar with it, it becomes easier every time. I hope that makes sense. I hope that didn't come across wrong, because I didn't mean it the way, if it sounded that way. I was trying to explain and it just came out wrong, I guess. I think because I have to think 2 things ahead of what I'm saying, if that makes sense, to make sure, yeah. But yes, awesome, Beverly. Okay. And I'm not going to glue this on yet. I will have her be right back in there. I'm going to take these out. These are my magnets. If you have magnets, you can use those. If you don't, you can use Velcro. If you don't have Velcro, then, you can use ribbon. Whatever floats your fancy. You see it jump, man? There it went. They jumped and ran away. These little boogers are super strong. It is. Sometimes I have to pause. Now these are, they're in just in a generic container. Look, can you see it? Watch. It's already, see it bouncing around? That's, oh, well, I guess you guys couldn't see. They're super strong. And I get these from Harbor Freight. Now I know you can order them online, I think. I'll try to see if I can find it. What looks complicated? Okay. So tearing the house down. Okay. The easiest way that I have found to do this. Yeah, they're like $2 or $3 at Harbor Freight, and they're super, super strong. I love them. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my envelope up. I'm not going to worry about my side tabs still. I'm going to fold it up and figure out about where I want to put it. It's about right here. Flip my envelope over. Right about there. So let me measure this, and I will tell you it is about 3/4 of an inch down. So about 3/4 of an inch down, and in the center. Like, make sure it's in the center. I guess I should have done that before I went. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2, 2.5. Yep, the center is about right here. So you put it in the center, and about 3/4 of an inch down. Then you get to take the paper off. Use double-sided tape is the easiest way to do it. And then just put your magnet down on the double-sided tape. Now, for the sake of making sure that I have the right side, like that, because I want to make sure that I have the right way to go in. Yes, it is. Okay. Then I'm going to grab my Fabri-Tac, and I'm going to put just a circle of glue around it. I always like to put a circle of glue around it itself, and some on top. And then I'm going to glue my lady. I could have done that a little better, I think. Jeez. Okay. Now, remember, she's going to go this way. So you're just going to, because we cut it right up to the thing, it's going to make it a lot easier because you're not going to have to worry about all that. And if she hangs over a little bit, that's fine because we can trim that up. Oh, well, you're, hold on. Get something stuck. Oh, that's okay, Kathy Jean. Okay. So I'll pull it up. So yeah, I had a little bit overlaid, which isn't a big deal. I'm simply going to take my scissors, trim along my edge, and trim that off. Trim up the sides if you need to. And that's normal. That's, you know, if you're that good that you don't have to trim, you a step better than I am. Okay, and then I'm just gonna make sure I ink up that side so the white backs don't show through. There's that side. Okay, then we have up here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fold my bottom with the magnet up. Sorry. And then I'm going to take my magnet and I'm just going to stick it on top of my magnet. I'm going to cut a little piece of my double-sided tape. Stick it to the magnet. Okay. Then here's when your awl or pokey tool or whatever you want to call it, everybody calls it something different, comes in handy. Pull it off. You've still got your glue, your tape there, but it's not stuck to anything. Then you're just going to close your top, get to your magnet, and then just push. Push, 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 push. And very easily pull up. And your magnet's going to be stuck in the exact spot you need it. So you don't have to worry about, measuring and all that. It just makes it so much easier doing it that way. Then I'm going to add glue to my paper. Along my edges. Glue it up. I'm going to put a little bit around my magnet. And like I said, if you don't have magnets, feel free to use, whatever you want to do for a closure. I mean, you guys all know how to do closures. Do a grommet. You could do, one of the little short grommets. I mean, there's a lot of things you could do. You could do ribbon. You could do a brad, with a little flip circle. You could do the little, oh, you know what I'm talking about. The clasp envelopes with the, not clasp, but with the little figure 8 string. I can't think what they're called, but okay. So that's done. And again, I always have to trim on at the end. That seems to be my I don't know. Just can't ever get it right. That's just me. I mean, probably if I was cutting it to the exact instead of measuring it, but I would much rather draw it on with a pencil and have to cut off a little bit on the edge like this than have to go through all the effort of actually measuring everything. This is the easiest for me. Is everybody still hanging in there? Anybody lost? Totally confused? Is it getting easier? Yep, I'm still using the fairy kit. I don't need one. I'm fine. It doesn't bother me, guys. I'm just frustrated that I didn't, I should have thought about getting regular folders. I should have thought about that. And I normally, okay. So we have that. So now we have our little magnetized envelope, right? Right? Everybody excited about that? Oh, okay. So I'm going to go back to my little scrap piece. You're going to make one that doesn't scare children. Oh, nice. Yeah, you can do them, whatever way that you want to. Okay. Well, let me do it this way. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to just mark on each side. Yeah, they have little, yes, the Dollar Tree has, okay, at least mine does. My Dollar Tree has little magnets too. I don't know how strong they are. I have not used them. I seen them the other day and meant to grab, I walked past them and I told my husband to grab them, but you know how that works. And he didn't hear me or chose not to hear me anyway. No, he probably didn't hear me. And yeah, you can use whatever kit you want to. That's the beauty of. So I'm going to keep these because look, those are little tabs that I can use. So I just made 2 little short tabs. And I still have this little folder part. I'm going to throw it to the side. I'm going to bring this in. Again, I'm going to round my corners. Because that's what me and Marty like to do. Oh, well, thank you, Nancy. I know it is difficult. And I mean, it's one of, well, and honestly, there is no way, and I'll just be honest, you guys, there's no way I could do it following somebody. If I was trying to do chat and all that, I would be so out of it that I wouldn't be able to see what was going on. Just because that's how I am. Okay. So now I'm going to take these and I'm going to put glue around my little edges here on my little tabs. Okay. I probably put too much. Actually, I'm pretty sure I did. Like my mom's like, I know, Nancy. Okay, then I'm just going to slide this up here to where it meets. Start folding, push it into the corner, push it into the fold, and glue it down. Right like that. Okay. Then I'm going to do the same thing down here. I really can't say anything. I really can't. If I am somewhere and I tell my husband to grab something, he almost always does, unless he actually doesn't hear me. You can ask my mom. I'm pretty spoiled. I don't really. Yeah, well, if you see my craft room, you'd know how spoiled I am. A little too spoiled. I'm not complaining. But yeah, he does. I got a pretty good man. I can't really say anything. The first one wasn't, but this one is. First one was a dud. Yeah, see, I can't complain because, I mean, well, if I go to the thrift store, I'm looking at books. While I'm looking at the books, he's over going through like the junk section, seeing if there's like any crafty items to grab or anything like that. I'm going to get this all the way up to the edge over here. See, that's why I like using Fabri-Tac instead of, this is one of the things that, and I will tell you, if you're an art glitter person or you like Fabri-Tac, either one, Fabri-Tac is a little safer to do when you're doing these because I'm telling you, there will be points where you have to pull or undo something. Then I got it too close. Dagnabbit. There we go. Yeah, see, that's how mine does. Oh, be quiet, Mom. Yeah, that's how my husband is. I'm lucky. Okay. Now, because I thought it would be cute, let me find it. I'm actually going to put one of these. I'm going to put love on one and joy on the other. And then I'll tell you what I will. Oh, yeah. See, that's. Mine does. He finds all kinds of stuff and he's always doing something. He asked me today, oh, you want to go to Goodwill tomorrow? Let me think about that. Really? Why don't you just go, hey, we're going to the Goodwill tomorrow? Because you know I'm going to say yes. I know. I seen that lunch at the lake, Marty, Nancy. That was so sweet. Okay. Because this is going inside my envelope, I'm only going to do that little bit of decoration. I'm not going to bulk it up a lot because it has to stay inside. I know, I was looking at that. I'm like, oh, how sweet. Okay, so I have this. Now that what I'm going to do, this is me because I'm just doing this because I thought I would do one just in general, sort of as a journal, maybe for the year, or or whatever, just sort of as like my happy place, my happy memories. So like this has love. So on here, put a picture of your husband or significant other, whatever you have. And then for joy, you can put a picture of your children. So you'll have a hidden pictures inside your envelope. It'll fold up. It still closes, even with the little flaps. Which I think is adorable. Then let me grab this over here. Okay. So now I'm going to go back to, remember we cut the flap off? So I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to go just inside the inside, and I'll show you. I'm just going to cut that off. I'm going to cut the rounded part off is what I'm cutting off. And this doesn't have to be exact. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, so it's going to look like this. I'm going to grab my scoreboard. It's about 1.25 inches. So I'm going to go, 1/8 past, let's see, it'd be 5/8. Mine, you're just going to do yours in half. I froze. Oh, because I paused I was trying to think out exactly how I wanted to explain it. If that's what you're talking about. Okay, then I'm going to fold it. And stray papers everywhere. Be quiet, Marty. Then I'm going to trim my corners like that. So this is what you're going to have. You're going to have this kind of shape. Cut it in half and trim your quarters. Okay, I'm going to come back to right here where we had our signature cut up here, right? You have our signature cut up here. And I'm going to take that out too because it's not decorated yet. But our signature cut. Well, I'll go ahead and put it in there so you can see it and remember it. Okay, I'm going to put glue on my little strip here on the bottom of the inside. Okay, the bottom of the inside. Okay, I'm going to lift where I have my back to where I just did that. I'm going to lift it. I'm going to slide this in there. Oh, I'm going to put it, let's see. I'm going to put it about midway to where I want my envelope to be. I don't want my envelope to barely cover right there. So, yep, about right there. So, about 1 inch up. And then glue that in. So, you're still going to have the one little flap. Okay? Glue that in. Now, you're going to fold this down and burnish it some just so it, fits around that corner because it's going to take a little bit of space off of your tab doing that. Then I'm going to add some glue. Okay. Put my lid on. Then I'm going to take my envelope and I'm going to glue this to my envelope. So you want to make sure, like, if you have a picture on it, that your picture, if you're doing something upside, that you have it the right way. And you could have done that. I mean, that is an option. I chose not to do that just because I sort of like it the way that it is. Okay, so you're going to glue your tab in. Make sure, and you're going to want to hold that a little bit so it like actually has time to adhere and sort of dry. Oh, night, Mama. And then flip it over. Make sure you burnish it down. Okay, so now you have a flip that comes out. Yep, it goes to the back side. Okay, and your envelope flips. It opens up, and then you have your pictures that flip out. It flips over. You've got your signature cut right here. Okay, then what did I do with the other little piece of paper? Okay. I am cutting my piece of paper, and I'm going to cut it. Let's see, I have 5, so I'm going to cut it at 4 3/4. Okay, and then I'm going to cut it at, let's see, I'm going to cut it at, let me see what the, okay, yeah. Okay, I'm going to cut it at 5 3/4. And all your little pieces just go this side. Okay, then I'm going to open it up and I'm going to cut it off right below where the fold is. So you're still going to have the fold over here. Put this big square to the side. Okay, then where I have the 2 on there, I'm going to just cut one off. Then I'm going to cut the corners. I hate those little corners. They get everywhere. And this will probably be the last thing that we do on this before we call it a night, because I don't want to like go over a lot of time. Okay, so then I'm going to add glue. And like I said, you can use double-sided tape if you want to. I actually find, like I said, with this, that using the Fabri-Tac works a little bit better because you've got time to move it around. Sometimes I get too much on there, though. You got time, you got wiggle room. You got time to pull it off and re-put it on. If you pull it off and you decide you want to move it around, you can still rub it, and get all that off. So, okay. So I'm going to put this out, fold this down. And again, oh, no. Sorry. You're going to grab the flip up because you want this on the back, on the very back of the bottom. Now, on the side, the back is over here, right? But on the bottom, you're going to have to flip that whole flap over like that. Then you're going to take it and you're going to lay it on the bottom and just sort of center it the best you can. Let me get up here. And then I'm just going to glue it across the bottom. And see how I have it centered? I cut it just enough. There's about a 1/16 of an inch on each side. Okay. Fold it back up. Flip my envelope out. Flip up. Okay. Then I have this little part that I cut off. It sort of has this little tab that fits right there. I love the little tab part. I'm going to go ahead. Even before I put the paper on, I'm going to go ahead because I'm going to hang a charm right there off mine. So I'm going to cut the little hole in there so I can hang a charm. Then again, oh, I needed to cover that first. Oh, dag nabbit. Well, let me cut that, and then I'm trying to see if I have Yep, I do. I have that piece that had her little skirt on it, which doesn't really bother me. I mean, it sort of has like dancing legs on it. So, I mean, it doesn't bother me that there's, nothing there. So I'm just going to pull this over about 1/4 of an inch. And I'm going to mark this at about 1/4 of an inch. And I'm going to mark this at about 1/4 of an inch. And this 1/4 of an inch, I need to double. So I need to move that up about another 1/4 of an inch. Yeah, this is how I measure, guys. Sorry. Let's see. And then let me make sure I got that right. Just because I think it's easier than doing all the... Yep, that's what I thought. Wow. That would have almost worked out right. How about that for government work? Close enough. Chomp, chomp. Need my chomper. But yeah, I mean, this is literally, there is no right or wrong. So if you can't figure out something I did exactly, don't worry about it. Do it your own style. Because literally, it's just a book of flips and flaps. It reminds me of like, if you remember with like little kids and they had all the books that had all the little sewing pockets and the zippers and all that they could, set and take and unzipper and, they unbuttoned and there was a snap and all that. That's what it reminds me of. I'm trying to hurry, guys, because I know some of you guys have to go to work and all that. So I don't like to keep you up a little bit too past 11 because I don't know really what everybody's schedule is when they're on here. So, that sort of... You think I would know. The big thing to remember is because I know, like, I know I do anyway. I'll say I do. You automatically think, if something flips up and it flips down, well, it needs to be upside down because it's the bottom, because we think that, and that's not the case. So let me slide this in here. There we go. This whole kit is just so pretty. I know. It looks like she has a different skirt, which was sort of my intention. Yep. Yeah, and there's all different, I mean, you can do all different kinds of, different variations. You can have birds and all kinds of things. And then this is going to go across the bottom. And that's going to make that a pocket. But you can still see her little dress. And then the next time we'll start with covering this, and I'm going to put a pocket here. Or maybe a tuck. It might put a tuck next time. We'll do a tuck on the other side because it'll be where it'll hold in. Yeah, we'll do a little tuck. Yep, just like a little corner tuck. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me find something that goes really good. Because Yep, I think I'm going to do. Oh, it's awesome. Like a lap book. I told you it gets a little bit, it's a hard at first. And what did I tell you? The base is hard. Once you get the base done, though, if you take that, even if it takes you, I lost my lid again. Cereal, where's my lid? I found it. If you take your time and get that base together, once the base is together, it's a lot easier to, work out. So this goes back here. These go in like this. This folds over. And and if you notice where these score lines are back here, those are the reason I do those is because we're going to do stuff over here. We're going to actually put the journal over here. Like where this fold is, we'll end up doing that and put the journal there. That'll leave this whole, probably 3/8 of an inch to be the thickness. So it'll give us space where it'll go around the envelope, it'll go around the journal and everything. We may put our journal in here actually. I don't know. I'm actually thinking we're going to do 2 journals. We're going to do one journal here that we can flip open because I like that. And then we're going to do another journal back here. So we'll actually have 2 small sized journals in here, plus all the flips and tabs and tucks, which is awesome. Let's see. So let me get this all down. This goes here. This goes here. This goes here because it's the back. Remember we were at the B on there. There you go. So that'll be, like we have this, it's not decorated yet. So we got the front cover done. We got the base done, which is the big, it's the big part. We got that done. Open up, fold down. You'll have a tuck here. We can tuck stuff in. You've got your signature tuck, and we're going to do another one of these on the other side. We got our pocket, and it'll have our charms dangling off of it, which, look, guys, will be really cute because that little tab is right here under our little tab on the side, so it'll hang out the side. Then we have our envelope. Envelope opens up. Tabs for our little pictures. Then we have the back here. These flip out. This opens up. We have this whole entire thing, and these will be full of flips and tucks too. So lots of little flips and tucks. But not a bad start. The fold, like I said, the base takes longer than anything else. But it's not as difficult as it looks. I told you once we got past the front, it would be easier. And using the same folder probably helps too. I will buy, when I'm at the store tomorrow, I will buy a box of regular folders so I have those to use. And I'll just use the other ones when I do all my kinds of stuff. Oh, well, good, Trish. I'm anxious to see. If you guys, as you're working them along, when you get like this section done, because tomorrow we're doing the snippet. So when you get this section done, make sure you post projects. Yeah, it's a lot for a little thing, but there's going to be a lot, in here. So, oh, well, thank you, Mindy. It's one of those things. Once you get past how to do it, it becomes easier. So like doing this you'll have enough under your, yeah, it actually goes really good with it. And I was worried about the green going, but it actually I like the green with it actually. Once we get going that way, when we get to, not yet, Nettie. When we get to doing the big lap book that we're doing out of like hardback books, it'll be a lot simpler because you'll have this under your belt. So you'll have the basics of, doing the flips and a lot of the little hidden tucks and all that. We're doing that tomorrow, Marty. The snippet, we're making the Lori tomorrow. we'll do it tomorrow during the PJ party. So if you're in here, remember we have our PJ party tomorrow, and oh gosh, I think there was quite a few. You can't wait to show me yours. You're going straight to chat. You're so funny, Beverly. Everybody sent lace in, and then we're putting it all together in a snippet. Then we'll cut that snippet into pieces and send it out to everybody. So everybody will have a little bit. Okay, Nancy, I understand. Yes, you can. Pause, restart, rewind, pause, restart, rewind. It's okay. And if you happen to get lost or stuck or something with something, if you can message me or post it on. Actually, don't message me because you don't want to see what my little chat looks like. It's insane. Oh, it's okay, Nancy. You won't notice it. Yes, hold on, Beverly. Let me look. I think that it did, but if I don't want to say that without looking, let's see. I got Kathy Dempsey's. I got Kathy McMillan's. I got Susan Lowe's. I got Lanita England's. I got April's. I got Connie Wood's. I got Kathy Jean's. I got Lori's. I got Janet's. I got Connie's. I got Cheryl. Text Cheryl. Let's see. I got Mindy's, and I got Nancy's. Yours has not got here either, Beverly. Are we putting these in our garden book, or is this just a thing you wanted to show us just because? What, this? Yes, I got yours, Marty. I think I said yours. Didn't I say your name? Hold on. Let me make sure I didn't have some tucked around behind things. Yes, Marty, I got yours. Sorry, it had fell out. No, this is just our on. Who's celebrating? Yeah, this is on Thursday. We're just doing a small project. Okay, well, I won't say small. We're doing a non-journal type project. It'll be like this. It'll be different things. Sometimes it may be making a new type of ephemera or something. Every Thursday will be some kind of small altered folder. Something like that. Yeah, Mandy, they're a lot of work. I couldn't even imagine because I did them for my kids for a while, and they're time consuming. No, every Thursday we'll do this. So like Monday, Tuesdays, I will work on the journals. Then this will be like on Thursdays, possibly Friday. Yeah, it'll just be a small sort of project. And sometimes we'll do them on Fridays. It's just going to depend on what's going on. So we'll see. And I am still doing research about the retreat, and I got some information about that today. And I actually have information about that, but I can't really release that right now. But yes, random projects on Thursdays. Yes, it's a random Thursday. We're just going to do random projects. Not where like our journals we do every week until they're finished. these are going to be more random where, you could just work on it. Yes. So if you're interested in the retreat or anything and you haven't commented on the Facebook page, please let me know. I'm trying to figure distance out because we were looking at Kentucky. There's a lot of people north. There's a lot of people south. So, trying to find a general place, but then again, there's places that I found that are cheaper than the place in Kentucky. But they're in Ohio. But they're only like an hour. I can't do that. They're only like an hour and a half difference, which I know is an hour and a half. That's a lot of difference, but an hour and a half to save $150. That's, to me is I'd rather do that than save the money. That's just me. So, I mean, there's a lot of things to talk about. There's a lot of things to put together and, do you just want to retreat where everybody just shows up and everybody hangs out together? Or would you like to have classes? That type of thing. So, I mean, there's a lot of different things to think about, to figure out what's going on and all that. So, if you have any ideas or any thoughts on that, feel free to drop me a message and let me know. Well, yeah, Marty, because Michigan, yeah. See, I think having classes would be fun. With little mini projects, where you bring your basic supplies and then, if, a certain kit's provided or something like that, there's all kinds of different things you could do and different ways to do it. So, there's a lot in the air still with that. We're pretty sure we want to do one. It's just a matter of figuring out everything out. And, the time of year to do it, spring, somebody said in March or April's better. Then some people said, no, I'd rather do mine the 1st of November. But then that gets near Christmas. So it's sort of out there. So if you have any thoughts on it at all, please, send me a message and, let me know. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. It is 20 after 11. Again, like I said, smoothing out the edges. Yeah, it's a lot of work putting together something. I know because I do my dad's one of 9 boys, and I do our family reunion every year, which can sometimes be upwards to, 60, 70 people just with the first 3 generations. That's not counting all the babies and kids and all of that. So yeah, if you have any ideas, drop me a message or, let me know what you're thinking or something maybe you would like or prefer or whatever. I know I rock. Okay, I'm going to get off here. You guys have a great night, and I will talk to you later. Love y'all. Bye.